I'm a boss chick, yeah, I'm a boss lady. I be calling shots, I be getting money. I'm a boss chick, yeah, I'm a boss lady. I be calling shots, I be getting money.
Hi, welcome to I Look Good Naked podcast with Terri J. Vaughn and
Cas. Seegers. Beatles.
Oh, you're saying your whole name today.
I am.
You were
Today.
just Cas
a
couple of weeks ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Terri and Cas are here. And we'll have a guest today, which I'm very excited about. But before we do that, let's get to the business at hand.
Which one is the business at hand?
Your
my crazy
quote of the
thought
day?
or my quote of the day?
What do you want to do first,
It
Cas?
doesn't matter. The quote of the day is shorter.
Okay, let's do the quote of the day.
Since we will be talking style and fashion, then I had to give a quote from one of my favorite designers, because I do like a lot, but I like Betsy Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because she's crazy and just whimsical and all these things that I love. So, and I have to bring the quote out because now I don't remember the quote, but the quote of the day is, if girls dress for boys, they just walk around naked all the time. And I just like that quote because first of all, it's true. I look good naked. Mm-hmm. And also, we shouldn't dress for boys. We should dress for us. And I think a lot of times women get caught up dressing for what they think men will like. And so I just thought that was just a great quote. Don't do that. Just be naked. If you're dressing for the man, you might as well be naked.
You're right. That is a great quote. And it's perfect. That's a great question we can talk about with our guest today, because I think that's good. Do we dress for boys or do we dress for girls? Because I think we actually dress for girls. But okay, so I do want to highlight, and this is also in homage to our guest today, because I think that the woman that I want to highlight today is such a fashion icon. She's more than a fashion icon. She's an entertainer, a legend. She's a legend. So we are honoring Miss Diana Ross today.
Yes, she is a legend.
Yes, I love Diana Ross. So she was born March 26, 1944. She, of course, is still living and still fabulous as ever. She's a singer, songwriter, actress, and 12-time Grammy nominee, recognized as one of the most iconic singers of all time with a career that spans over 4 decades, achieved 12 number one hits as a solo singer after ending her role as the lead singer of the Supremes in 1970, gave a Golden Globe Award and Academy Award nominated performance, and she gave a winning performance. She didn't win, but she should have, for her performance in 1972's Lady Sings the Blues, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. Became the first African American woman to co-host the Academy Awards in 1974. Did not know that. Named female entertainer of the century by Billboard magazine. Declared the most successful female music artist in history by the Guinness Book of World Records in 1993. I'm guessing probably Beyonce might
have passed her now?
And maybe not, because she doesn't act really.
Yeah, she doesn't act.
Well, that's just, did it say
she
entertainer or did it say singer?
It's an entertainer.
Of the century. That's a whole 100 years.
Right, so how do you do that for 100 years? Because that means if somebody comes, but you know what, let's not
No, it said music artist.
The most
successful female music artist in history by the Guinness World Book of Records.
But that to me, somebody
that could change.
Yeah.
Did Whitney Houston?
Probably, because this was
Whitney had more hits.
This was in 1993, so I'm sure someone.
Let's not try to argue the fact.
We love you, Diana Ross.
Right. I think we should introduce our guest, then I'll get to my thought, because we're here. Everyone sees her.
Yes. So I'm really excited. I had a friend come to town. She was here in town for some other business. And I was like, hey, you should come be a guest on our podcast because you're so fabulous and you're what we're about. So my friend, the fashion, what's your title?
Expert.
Style expert.
Style expert, sorry.
She is a style expert. And I'll share something how we met when she styled me many years ago. Okera Banks.
Hello. Hi, ladies. I'm so happy to be here.
Isn't she beautiful?
I love Terri.
So we're really happy to have you here.
I'm so happy to be here.
She brought us gifts.
Yes. And she brought us gifts. She brought us
our other podcast.
Yes. DL, you didn't bring us nothing.
Look, DL, but I love you. I'm waiting for you. soon.
Yeah.
You brought UDL.
You did, and it was perfect. And she has her own fashion line that she designs, and she brought us some
I brought them
outfits.
some OTG essentials that
Yes.
feels very naked. Very,
Yes.
very naked.
I love it.
That's
Yes.
I love the name of the podcast. When I saw that you guys had posted it, I was like, oh my God, I live for anything naked. I really do. I dress people and I dress myself and I love clothes, but if I can be naked 90% of the
Yes.
time, I
You
will.
be naked.
What?
Are you the person that comes into your house
And takes off my clothes
Yeah.
if I can? Absolutely. First thing I need to do is as soon as I know that my day is done, I'll strip off everything in my room because I have OCD. I have OCD, so I have to do everything in that room. And then I'll take a shower, and I am a person who prance around naked for a little while. I'm that person.
I used to. When it
I
was
look
just
at
me.
myself in the mirror every day, every night. I just
Oh.
and then I'll put
love
then
that.
and then I'll put on my clothes, whatever,
Yeah.
to walk around in. But yeah.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
What do you mean I'm lucky?
Well, because I'm not doing that anymore.
Anymore.
There's too many kids around
Yeah.
the house. They
Oh.
get on my nerves.
See-
my husband to see me naked, then he think that's supposed to mean
That's a
something.
sign,
And I'm not
right.
really. That's not the
Well-
sign at the moment. I just want to be naked. So
Right.
I
No,
don't.
like-
I keep my
it's
clothes
too much
on to
pressure.
be safe.
Well, you know what? What has happened? I remember I had a couple of my younger cousins visiting me one summer, and they decided they wanted to come up the stairs and just come in my room. And when I walked out, I was they was like, oh my God, she flashed us. I was like, I didn't tell you to walk in here.
That's what kids do. They have no regard for your
And
space.
they knocked ever since.
Yeah. Well, my kids, they wouldn't care. They'll just be like, "Mommy, where's the milk?"
Right.
You know, just, "Mommy, what's that?"
Right.
What's
that's
that?
what it is.
Why you
That's
have
what
that?
My daughter
Right.
does
I've-
all the time.
But yeah, no, that's my thing. Like sleep naked, preferably. Yeah. So I love the show. I was like, oh, that's great. I really wanted to come a little half naked too, but it's cold here in Atlanta.
It is
Yeah, this
cold.
week. Yeah, you never know what week.
I did bring some.
Last week it was hot. This week it's cold.
It was hot. It's freezing.
It's freezing.
Yeah.
What were you gonna wear? Nothing.
I almost. Let me tell you, it was about to be nothing but skin up in between here. I was gonna have on a bra top.
That is funny.
What
we'll have you
fashion?
back when it warms up.
Yeah,
I'm sure
summer.
that people would love
Would
it.
have-
Then I can't tell you
Yeah,
what's
they
gonna
would.
happen.
Yeah, we'll have you back in the summer. See what happens.
That's funny.
So, no, I'm happy to be here.
Yes. No, thank you for coming.
You know,
Thank
I
you
love
very much.
ATL, especially when there's a lot popping
Yeah.
right now
it's
here.
A poppin' place.
It's popping in ATL. Like I knew it, but I came here and I was like, oh.
Yeah, you just were on Sister Circle.
I did Sister Circle yesterday.
Yes.
I
I
love
love
those
those
ladies. That was my
girls.
second
Yeah.
time on Sister
Yeah.
Circle. As their style expert and designer, and we were talking about hot fashions
Yeah.
for spring. We were talking about repeat fashion, and we talked about my clothing line and my podcast. And it was cool because the first time it was very welcoming. This time it was like they really opened the door and they were like, "You live in Atlanta? You know you
Yeah.
can come back." I was like,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
They're
maybe like
really
a week,
cool.
like a monthly guest spot.
yeah." You know what? You heard that?
Sister Circle.
Monthly guest spot,
TV1.
TV1, and I love TV1. I love the women of TV1.
Yes.
What people don't know, I don't know if they know this. TV1 is really ran by majority women.
Yes.
Yeah, African.
Like African American women that are so dope.
Yeah.
They're educated, fly, cool, the biggest hearts.
Yes.
But it's ran by them, and I know most of them, and they've been really like so much love to me. over
They
the years.
are dope. We just wrapped on a movie for TV1.
Oh, you did?
And I directed it. And
Hey,
so, you know,
I
they
saw
had
that. You
to
were
approve all
directing.
that. So yeah,
They do a
they're-
lot of
they're
projects
very-
down here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
They
a
do.
lot, you know.
They do.
I have a couple of my friends like, I have to go to Atlanta and we're doing a film. I'm like,
Yeah, they do a lot.
Atlanta
they do a
is
lot
the
of
hub
stuff.
for I feel TV1's movies.
Yeah.
right,
yeah,
right
okay.
now.
Oh.
I mean, that could change,
The
but right
production
now.
companies that they usually work with are out of Atlanta.
Now, did you guys have your own production company? Did you use your
Yes.
production company?
We co-produced with Bobcat Films.
Oh, I just met him at the NAACP Image Awards. That was in person.
Yes.
I was there.
I was there too.
Yeah, the movie Cats wrote was nominated. When Love Kills.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to all the parties,
Mama
but it
and
was a lot of
Lance.
moving around.
was.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really dope. Yeah, I had a good time.
So, okay, so let's go into you and your life. Let's get nosy.
Like-
who's the favorite person you've styled?
That's funny. I was going to ask her inspiration.
Well, I mean, well, you know, I've had one before.
Aside from Terry.
I'm just kidding.
You know what?
Aside from
I
Terry,
love
who's your
Terry.
favorite
Well,
person?
I'll say this.
I'm so kidding.
no.
No, who like
No,
who's some of your
it's
favorite
crazy. It's like I've had some really cool people I've worked with, like really cool. I've had a couple of, you know, interesting factors, but
Let's just talk about the people that you've styled that you've enjoyed working with.
most of them, like I've been very fortunate to have some really good feel good people. You know,
Are there people that you are like, never working with them again?
I don't have to do that again.
Yeah.
One.
Oh, that's good.
Like right now, one. There's been times where I was like, oh, I can take a break from them right now in my head, and then that kind of happens, and that's cool. Like it works out because I think one time I actually said it out loud, like I need a break from you.
Oh,
like,
but sometimes
but even in love, because what happens, and this is like no dig, like it's all love. The more you're with a person and a team, you kind of get into their world or life, and you're like, you can become like family, but there's really still a business relationship,
Right?
And it can become a little confusing for everyone after you've been with someone at least a good 2 years.
Yeah.
And you know, either it's going to become a tiptoe relationship, it's going to become a love relationship, it's going to become a weird or whatever. Right. And it doesn't mean that you don't still love them or celebrate them or have love for them. It just means like we might need it if the opportunity or if something happens where we can kind of take a break. That's cool. It's cool.
Do you feel that? And I actually used to be. I went to school for costume. I went to school for textile. So
you did? Oh, I went to
all of
school
that.
for textile.
And I actually met Terry costuming. So when I was styling and in that world, do you find that you're as a stylist, as a designer, as a costumer, you're almost like a therapist? Because you basically are making people feel
really great about
they,
themselves.
Right.
So I'll say this, because I am a costume designer, and costuming is one thing, but one thing I always and styling is another.
Absolutely.
And
go into that because people
so
don't
the
really
difference between a
understand.
costume designer, a stylist, and I feel like even now, like style expert and being a shopper, they're all that's four different things. And being a designer,
right?
Costume designing is what styling is what started my career. Costume designing is kind of where I went, but when you're designing a show, television, and film, like for me, even styling someone, I always lean towards making sure they're comfortable because I feel like people wear their clothes the best when they're comfortable. That's where the confidence comes in. Like if they feel a little off, it's another subconscious thing they have to deal with while they're reading lines or being challenged.
You're right.
It brings out something else. So I have that compassion. And I think that compassion has led people to want to share stuff with me.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of therapy moments that do happen. But I feel like there's a lot of therapy moments that happen that I don't even ask for. But then I just feel like, if I always tell God, use me up.
I was just gonna say,
I was like, use me up.
Very loving, and
Yeah,
you're just
thank you.
that way. That's just
And-
how you're wired.
Yeah, that's how I'm
So
wired. And I'll give
people feel
compassion
that.
until I have realized some people may take advantage of it and I need to bring it back.
Because
Right.
they need it. Right.
Yeah, but for the most part, even for myself, I want to be comfortable when I'm doing something. That really brings out whatever you're producing, what you're giving off. So as a costume designer, what I will say is you're creating a character. You're bringing that to life. You're bringing, even if that person is playing another person, they're still in character. Even if that person is playing a character and it's pieces of them in it, it's still a character.
Right.
And with saying that, that's the difference between styling. You may be building a closet, styling within that character's character, but it's still a character. You can't make them be Emily when they're really Keisha.
Right.
Or make them, a princess when they're really a queen. There's a difference. Whatever the case may be. Same with a dude. He may be an attorney, but you thinking, well, he's a businessman. He's not. They both wear suits, but they still do two different things. There's a different coif in their walk, and there's different threads in their fabric of their clothing. Shopper, that's what you're doing. You're shopping. There's some people who have a set look already, and they may want you to introduce some things to them that they haven't seen. But what you do is you start off by shopping what they are used to, what they're comfortable with, and then you can then start to introduce and bring in some things to maybe some statement pieces to kind of give them things. And that's just, they may like your eye and appreciate what you bring, and they may not want to go shop, and they like what you do, and you fill their closet up, and maybe help them put together some outfits. You know, a little bit of stuff.
Because I don't like to shop.
A lot of people I know don't like to shop. I had a client who would break out in hives.
I get sweaty. I get hot and sweaty.
She broke out. She would break out in hives and have a meltdown. And then there was one client. She very successful, EP, executive producer, and she had to get ready for something. Like, she had a meltdown, and you would have never known, like a straight up meltdown. And she, wonderful person, but I was just like, okay, you're done. Put this on. Because the crazy part is, the crazy part is I still have to produce while you have me here.
Right.
You know, so
I'm definitely a personal shopper.
Yeah. So personal shopping, styling goes from one extreme to the other. I can be styling you for magazines, red carpet, appearances. And what people don't understand about styling and styling for the moment is that you want to style a person for the occasion. And that it's proper. We can still do whatever we want, but I come from that place that, you know, you dress for what the occasion is. If it's cocktail, it's cocktail. If it's formal, it's formal. That's not to say you can't. Are there
rules anymore though?
I think what has happened is people like not having any rules. And it's kind of like this.
You're like, it's not like that. You have rules.
It's kind of like, it's not even about the rules. It's like, even I feel like you could play within any genre that you're in. I appreciate people being edgy and doing some fun things. Like, I appreciate how Rihanna does it.
Yeah, I love Rihanna. She's
even if she does edge or give you a bra top or a crop top, she still gives you a big full dress that's like bouffant and like lace, whatever. She still makes sure she, you know, ties in the occasion.
Gotcha.
Where I feel like, you know, there's some people who just like, well, I'm gonna just do what I want. And I'm like, well, I get it. You want to do you, but
you should do it within the realms.
Do it within the realms of what it is. You know, like if it's the Academy Awards, do that. If it's Black Girls Rock, do that. If it's the Emmys, do that. If it's you know, have fun within that moment and find a line to make it everything I feel like it could be. Because I really do. Like, I love that you can wear a good suit and it still be okay for all those occasions.
Right.
Depending on how you wear it. And really your hair and makeup.
Yeah.
Because you can do a smoky eye, your hair pulled back really sleek, and bold earrings.
Right.
And that can give you a different statement, wear that same suit and then maybe bring it down and do something a little bit more, you know, not so flashy. You know what I mean? But it can go from, I feel like you can take, and we're going to say women's pantsuit, from formal to semi-formal. And you can do that.
From head to toe is basically.
Yeah, it is a head to toe thing. You know, there's some clothes I have that I transition throughout the day. I can put on flip-flops, I can put on pumps. Then I might decide to put on heels and do something different with my hair and go a little bolder. And it'll change it from day to afternoon to lunch, brunch, dinner to a cocktail moment.
Wow. Right. You're going that long, huh?
Yeah, I do really go that long. Like,
and then go to a cocktail moment.
That's why when I go home, I take all my clothes off.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but before I get to that cocktail moment, I'm just like,
So for girls like me who do not love wearing high heels.
I love a heel.
I love a heel because I'm height challenged.
Yeah, I am with you.
But they are just, how you say that we should be comfortable.
Yeah,
they're just not freaking comfortable to me. I mean, there's some that are, but for the most part, is there a way?
I hope you tell me no.
Where you can stop? Don't do that. She can be honest. Is there a way where you can be dressy but still have a cute flat shoe?
No, dressy in a dress, because that's what the conversation is.
Actually, there is a way, long as I don't see your shoe.
So if it's a long to the floor dress, if you don't wear my shoe, I can wear a little cute.
You surely can. As long as I don't see your shoe and you're not showing it, why not? What I don't know won't hurt me.
Okay.
I mean, I don't advertise to that as much, but I'm not mad about it if you can do it. You know who did it really good for the Oscars?
Who?
Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah,
She
she's
did.
always in a comfortable shoe.
But
She's always in a
Whoopi
shoe
is a prime example of who I love. Like she does Whoopi.
Absolutely.
And people go, what do you think about Whoopi? I was like, Whoopi knows who Whoopi is, and Whoopi does Whoopi, and I don't want Whoopi to do anything else because it won't look.
She will
right.
look uncomfortable.
She will look uncomfortable, and it won't feel real to me. And it's not for it to feel real to me. It's just I like Whoopi being Whoopi.
Right.
So I love the fact that she wore the dress she wore, and it was like, just fun colors. It looked like art.
Yeah.
Right.
And I love the fact that the dress was so long. She let us know later at some point she was wearing Uggs.
Yeah.
Right.
But guess what? I didn't see her shoes. I would not have known what she had underneath that dress. But I thought that was really dope.
If you saw them, you would have been like,
I've been like, Whoopi, come on, you ain't gotta be that comfortable.
She
She could have put on her Crocs and did her fun sock number because she does
yeah,
that.
she does do that.
Embellish
you're
the Croc.
saying that I can't wear a dress that's not to the floor and wear a flat shoe.
No.
Okay.
And not unless your feet are done and you're like doing what they did again at the Oscars. They decided they wanted to take their shoes off and have their flats nearby.
But then you gotta use it everywhere you go.
Yeah,
then you have to make it.
Like
I gotta carry the
Look,
height.
most of us keep a flat in our purse, no matter the occasion. Believe it or not, I know I do. Like a flat pair of shoe and my little clutch or something, because we wear clutches when we go to somewhere formal. And when you have been walking and you already knew that shoe was uncomfortable before you got your day started, and you're in it for 8 hours.
Why do we put them on anyway? It's like we
use
still
it for
put
the
them on.
pictures.
I can't do it.
And then
If my heels are not
bothers me.
comfortable, I don't touch them. Like I was like, I cannot think. It makes my ears hurt.
Yeah.
It's just an uncomfortable place. Your feet hurting is like, it stops everything.
It does.
So you don't do that. Like if it's a heel that's hurting your feet,
I won't
you're
touch
not
it.
wearing
And there's been a couple of shoes that I've loved.
Yeah.
And I went to put my foot in them. And if it hurt within the 5 minutes,
I'm
my
with
feet.
you. I won't do it.
They're like, you can't. I'm like, nope. Because I did that once before with a pair of Stuart Weitzmans that I love.
just not
And I
worth
have a
it.
lot of Stuart Weitzmans, but it was one pair that I was like, oh, I can stretch them. They'll be fine. And they still, after about an hour or two, they are mean to me. So I can only cross my legs in them. So unless I'm going to dinner, I don't touch them. And even then, I still have a good pair of flats that will still complement the outfit, because I don't really feel like you should ruin the outfit because you have to switch your shoe.
Right.
That'll complement the outfit, and I'll take them off and put them right on.
Okay. All right.
Are you okay with that?
Yes, I'm okay with
I think
that.
you just got
That's pretty
comfortable
much-
wearing your flats, and I think now you just got to find the right designer that has a comfortable heel. You should start looking at Stuart Weitzman.
I do. I think I have a couple of pair of them. So I have a couple of pair of heels that I can rock that.
Yeah, I can't. I will tell you this. I've tried to put on some bloody shoes.
Oh yeah, they hurt.
They
time I
hurt.
put on
Those shoes, those
And people wear them
And
like they don't hurt.
They hurt.
They hurt.
They
Yeah,
hurt.
they hurt.
I have a
Doesn't
client
hurt
right
too
now
They
that
suffer for fashion.
I can't.
I don't suffer for fashion anymore.
Yeah.
I'll freeze a little bit for it. I'll be uncomfortable temperature wise, like if
Right.
it's
But
a
you're
little
not
hot.
gonna be in pain.
But I can't do the pain with my feet.
yeah.
And I realized I know the designer shoes that I love that work, and I know the ones that don't really, rock for me.
And they work for different. I mean, obviously.
And I love a good
different.
designer shoe. Like I love
Yeah.
Fendi shoes, boots right now. I've been doing that. A little Ferragamo here and there. They had like some great boots that I got this year, and I'm a Giuseppe works really well for me.
Oh, I like Giuseppe. Yeah.
And Gucci. Gucci had some really good shoes this
I have
year.
a couple
Yeah.
there.
Those work well for my feet, like in terms of like I can put them on and I'm good. I can go.
Right.
And
What
Stuart
size shoe do you
Weitzman,
wear?
I'm an 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm an everybody girl 8.
Yeah.
Everybody girl 8.
Yeah, I'm the one when you go in the store like you don't got no more 38s. You don't have any more 8s. Yeah, seem
I'm
like
a 6.5,
everybody.
so they always have my size.
Oh, you get the good sales.
I get the sales.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're so lucky.
Very
My mom is a 6.5, and
get
she would
6.5,
always get
maybe
like the
7.
really great
Yeah.
shoes that no one
We get the
bought.
last pair. It's always the
Like
last pair.
70% off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not fair.
It isn't fair.
Well, I have other things, so to balance it out.
So, and tell us your thoughts about the repeat.
Repeat fashion. I'm really a advocate for repeat fashion.
Because I am too.
I know
Because I'm
sometimes
like,
it doesn't seem
forget that.
fabulous,
Well,
but
But what
look,
is fabulous, really?
I feel like fabulous is confidence.
It
I feel like,
is.
you know what? It's the way you rock it. It's the way you move. It's the way you
Right.
feel. It's,
Yeah.
you know, it's all in your attitude, you know, and to do repeat fashion. And I don't mean like your staples you repeat, like your jeans or your t-shirt. Those are staples. Everyone should have staples they can go to and incorporate in their day and transition and different looks and dress up or down. I mean, like a good red carpet piece or a good show piece, a good statement piece, you bought that dress for a special event and you really
you're taking
like
a
it.
bunch of pictures, you're
and
posting it on
Instagram. You know, Instagram has messed everybody up a little bit.
But
It's not that messed us up. It's just it's made us ultra sensitive
Yeah.
to, everybody's seen it and I got a lot of likes on that one, so I can't wear it again.
Not true.
No,
Right.
I think.
Is there a time frame? Is there a time frame for what you should
You
wear?
know what? It depends on what it is. Like if it's one of those special event pieces, I mean, look, and people do what they want, and it depends on what you have in your closet, and it depends on what you can truly afford
Right.
to when you can repeat it again. In my opinion, how I do things, I don't like repeating anything unless it's a year out.
Okay.
You know, that piece that's a year out. There's some things I've kept in my closet for 2 years and pulled it back out because people go, "Oh my God, I love that. Where'd you get that?" And I'm like, "This is 10 years old. This is 6 years old." And that is repeat fashion. But you know, for some people, if you have a busy schedule and things going on, and you know, there's a row of things you have going on, you know, and you can. I'm okay with 6 months.
Okay.
And then I'm okay with
I'm
this.
good with that. Thank you for
Yeah,
saying
I'm
that.
okay
I
with
have
6
permission.
months.
The first lady, which I will still call her the first lady, Michelle Obama. I remember when she repeated a dress, and everyone online was just like, "Oh my God!"
But I love that
repeated
she
it."
repeated
I do
it.
too.
Look, you're talking about thousands of dollars of $1,000 dress, not 1,000, a few thousand,
of
tens
thousands.
and thousands of dollars in one dress or one shoe, and it's refreshing that she's telling you, look. And I think it was a 2-year time span,
Yeah, it was something.
2 or 3 year
the
time
fact that
span.
people even knew.
Well, you're not gonna miss what the first lady's wearing because our first lady rocked. By the way,
She
she
did.
she
She
made
still does.
she rocked in so many ways where she was one of the first ladies to actually have her arms out, and beautiful arms they
Right.
are. You know, but Michelle Obama, the queen of fashion and being an influencer and telling us in which direction to go in and a
Right.
forecast for fashion. And Winters has repeated something like a beautiful coat, designer coat. Katie Middleton, you know, I just don't see there being a problem when you have spent thousands of dollars on something that's really looked at as a conservative purchase. You're supposed to put it in your closet and bring it back out if you
Right.
can
And if
still
you
fit
like
it, and
it.
and
Right.
if and if
That's
it's
the
one
problem.
and if you really
Too
like it,
long, then you can't fit it anymore.
yeah, and if you can still fit it, that's even more beautiful.
Yeah.
And you know,
Who did it at the Oscar? Rita Moreno.
Rita Moreno.
Rita
Now
Moreno. Oh, yes.
that was legendary because that was
legendary.
decades. Her
That was
dress is
dope.
That
not.
was 1950 something.
But I don't really consider that a repeat.
No,
though.
it wasn't,
That
but it was
something
very-
special.
That
was
was
something
special.
special.
She
It was
didn't
special.
repeat it. She just wanted you to know I
I
can
still
do
got
it,
it.
and I can still wear it. And that was decades.
Yes.
Do you know she's almost 90?
Yeah.
And
It
she
was
wore
like
that.
86. I was like,
You're talking about
gotta be
over
kidding
3
me.
decades of a
Yeah.
dress she wore
Yeah.
that really fit
So,
the occasion
that was
perfect.
that was legendary. So I know
That
that
was
wasn't repeat,
legendary.
but that was
No, that was
a
legendary,
highlight.
and
That
I
was an
love
Oscar
her.
highlight.
She's so fabulous.
But your girl Tiffany did it fun.
Tiffany did
did
it fun. Tiffany did it right,
Yeah.
and Tiffany knows that I am an
Tiffany
advocate.
Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish, you guys and Jello know which Tiffany we're talking about. Tiffany Haddish did it the most fun, the most
Yeah.
honest, the
Right.
most beautiful way.
Authentic.
It was
I loved it.
authentic. She wasn't trying, but it was actually a conversation that her and I had, you know,
Yeah.
about repeating clothes because Tiffany's a real girl.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're no real girl, but she's a real girl. And she did not invest in fashion like that. That's not her thing. Right. She would rather invest in houses.
Right.
And that's just real talk. And not to say you can't invest in houses and clothes, but she's practical like
Very
that.
Practical. Right.
And I love that about her, and I respect it. So
Mm-hmm.
when we did her press junket for Girls Trip, and it was time to do the premiere, there were designer clothes that I had, and at the time, Tiffany wasn't Tiffany Haddish right now.
Right.
I always knew Tiffany was Tiffany Haddish
Right.
because I've been a fan of her since day one. But, it was, letting people know about this big moment. So we went with that Alexander McQueen white dress. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget, she was like, I just saw my credit card bill. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. And then,
I love her for that. Yes.
and I got it. But
Yes.
but I had to even, that was one of those moments where I had to say, okay, Tiffany, look.
Yeah,
This
you
is
gotta
why
you gotta make a
you gotta. This is your coming out party.
This is your debut time.
And this is your, and because this is your coming out party, until you get in there and you can play, they need to see you at your finest right now. And she was the breakout star in it. Mm-hmm. So I felt like the dress, because she has a really great body. Mm-hmm. I felt it was the perfect dress for her. And then when we talked about it, I said, you can repeat it. I said, look, I've told not just you to repeat your clothes. I've told Anthony Anderson to do it. I've told anybody who listened they should do it and make it okay. Yeah. And she listened and she made it okay. Now, she was on my podcast. I have a podcast called Style Lounge. Yes. And when she was on it, she talked about, I'm a diet red, I'm a diet blue. She don't need to diet now. She did the best of it that she could do. And I told her, I said, well, just put a split in it or do something simple. And I told her maybe a sports coat and make it fun. So she did the split and she wore it on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Right.
And she made it a part of her monologue, her part of the whole moment, which I thought was brilliant. Yeah. On top of the dress looks banging on her.
Yeah, it was. She's very smart, and the fact that she did that in the way that she presented it. It
was like, I know
that way,
right? And that's what I told her. $2,000 on a dress. I want to get my. I don't
want to wear it just.
And
one
the
time.
thing is, she was like, I want to get my money's worth. I said, repeat it. I said, you have the personality. I said, start something. Yes. I said, start it, and I don't mean. I was like, and I don't mean.
That dress again.
Yeah, I was like,
gave me permission.
I was like, and look, we always have permission, but I guess they didn't get the memo when Michelle Obama wore, or Katie Middleton, or Ann Wintours, or Barbara Walters.
They weren't vocal.
Barbara Walters wore a dress. She has a black dress that I'll never forget on The View. They talked about her. She had worn like 8 times.
Yeah. Yeah,
well, that's why she bought that black dress.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm sure it was she got her money's worth. Yeah. So anyhow, Tiffany did it right. And then I told someone called me. They was like, "Did you tell Tiffany to repeat that dress or to wear it again for the Oscars?" I said, "Well, I told her to repeat it, not three-peat it." I was like, "But you know what? I noticed that every time she's worn the dress, she embraced it a little more. Yeah. And when she came out on the Oscars, she really rocked it. Yeah. Right. Now I think it can go in a beautiful museum.
She better
start her
museum.
She might.
I just have a feeling
she gonna try
one more time.
Gonna do it at least one
if
more
she
time.
does it one more time, it might be red.
You think so?
She said she was gonna diet. She said, "I'm gonna diet, and then I'm gonna diet."
One more time.
And I think if she does do it, I don't think she'll do it right now. I think she'll wait to do it because, and then
it probably will be red. Like I can see.
And then if she does it, I think it'll be dyed by then, which means she may already started doing her homework, knowing Tiffany, to see if she can dye it.
She's gonna dye it herself.
Look, she's a researcher. If you don't know it, she will research. She may dye it and then accessorize it a little different. Yeah. Because her hair's been different all 3 times.
Yes.
Her jewelry's been different all 3 times.
Yeah.
And her energy's been different all 3 times.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
her energy's growing.
Yeah, her energy's growing. So I loved it. I'm glad she did it. And look, I wouldn't tell everyone to do it like Tiffany did it. Right. But Tiffany has personality. She's a comic one. Yeah. She has the personality and she'll tell you why she's doing it. I spent this amount of money for this dress.
That's right.
It was the first time she made an investment like that.
Right.
So in her head, and I get it, I want to wear this again.
Yes.
Good
for her.
Good for her.
Yay.
Love to.
I love that too.
I have a question. This is my question about clothing and styling. Is there such a thing as dressing too young for your age?
Yes.
Well, what do you mean?
Well,
what
when
is
I say
young?
young-
Because you can. I feel like this. If you
What makes it young? Because I mean, you see mature women, and you're like, and maybe it's the
I
way
just
they're
had
trying
this
to do it.
conversation with a friend this morning, and I was like, I don't agree. And it was one of the women who I love the most, Miss Angela Bassett.
And,
And
oh my
I
God,
love.
that's what I was thinking about.
Really,
I love her body.
the way what Angela is doing at 59. She
I
first
love
of all, it's the way you carry it.
Yeah.
To me, she's such a classy woman with a
Yes.
great body. She's
Yes.
in shape. She gives me.
She
She's
doesn't
a
look like
royalty.
she's too young.
She
doesn't
don't
look
give
like
me
that to
anything because she knows who Angela is.
Right.
She knows who Angela Bassett is.
Right.
So she's not trying to do anything, but to me I look like she's having fun and she has
Yeah.
the right team to bring that together.
Right.
And she figures out, oh, I got her, I'll do her. And
Right.
it always is with class.
It
Yes.
And it works. So my friend
Her
was
body
like,
is amazing.
incredible.
Yeah.
And if you work that hard for that body and you can make it look like that, and I don't think you're 59, I say do it.
Yeah.
And it's because one of my friend literally this morning was like, and what do you think about Angela showing her stomach? I said, I loved it. Every bit of it. That sequence piece, I was like, she did it so right.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like she is an advocate without saying to women, you can look your best still at 59.
Right.
Because she promotes to me, that's what I want to look like at 59.
Right.
Health,
Right.
happiness.
Yeah.
She's a mother. And I said, she's a wife.
And she's a mother of young. She's not a mother of like grown kids.
But she's a wife. She's
she's
not
a
a
wife.
Right.
she's not a naked woman in the sense that she's by herself. Now, even if she wasn't a wife and she looked like that and she carried it, I still wouldn't be mad.
Right.
But she has a husband.
Yeah.
And she has a rock, in my opinion,
Yeah.
of a husband.
Yeah.
And she has someone that holds her hand when she's being flirty and sassy. And if that's working,
Right.
then I have nothing to say.
I love it. It works for
It works for her.
It works
It
for
does.
her. I love it. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm enjoying watching her walk the carpet. Like, I'm excited to see her shimmy and be sexy and fitted. And I forget that she is a woman that's almost 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then,
Yeah.
what is your advice? So I agree. I love Angela. I love her style.
I think it's the way you carry it. Like, Nicole Murphy is 50. That
Nicole Murphy
Yeah.
is 50, and she's another one.
She
Yeah, that
she
body.
wears
That
a bikini and a crop top better
Yes, she
than
does.
no
Yeah,
other.
she
Than
does.
She
than
does.
half of anyone half her age.
Right.
She's a mother of
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
em-
that whole
Out that body.
situation.
she
is
Out that
embraces being a happy mother of 5. She's
Yeah.
not afraid of being Nicole Murphy in that
love
body.
it. Right.
And I've seen that in person and went, well, I get it. Well, damn.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
you are fine. And
Yeah.
and I'm not even mad about it.
Right.
Like, I
Right.
love it. And again, that makes me think when I turn 50,
Right.
that's what I want to look like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would like, but she just dropped 5 children.
Right.
No, out that
The
body.
sanity.
That's what I'm just
not even
like-
that body, the mind, the sanity. So again, these are to me the exceptions of the rule. You know what I mean? Because they have the team, they have the money. They
Well,
can
she's
do-
wearing Fashion Nova. That don't
Well,
cost
that's
that much
true.
money.
That's true.
Right.
That's
That's
confidence again. That's knowing
I
who
think
you
it's
are.
healthy. It's just that they're healthy. They have healthy bodies.
Bodies. It
They're
looks
in
great.
shape. It looks great.
And so- and
it's
she's-
just, that's not everybody.
Everybody. That's not
Yeah,
everybody.
That doesn't matter what your age is, though.
I
'Cause
say this.
It's still other people
she-
that are 20 that
But
should not be
but
wearing
when
that
Nicole
because they not in
decides
shape.
when Nicole decides to wear her hot pants and tie her top up, she's
Yes.
riding a bicycle.
Right.
Which is wardrobe appropriate for her
Right. It's
at
not
her
like
age.
she's going to
She's
the
not
PTA
trying to
with
go to the
at
PTA
school.
meeting and be
Right.
like, hey, yeah.
That's right. That's
Right.
right.
She's not
It's
competing with her
appropriate.
children.
Right.
And
You know.
that's where, I
You know, I
definitely
feel
see moms
like,
that do
you know, and she still has fun, but it's
Yeah.
just, she's not running away from who she is. She's
Right.
celebrating, I'm 50, I'm fine, I'm fabulous, and she
Janet
is.
does it too.
Janet's incredible, you
Yeah,
know?
Janet's another one.
You know, I don't mind seeing them. I love seeing them wear a fitted tight dress, but they
Yeah.
wear it. I feel like sometimes it's attitude. Mm-hmm. You know,
Yeah.
is there a fine line of appropriateness? I mean, at 70, I wouldn't want to see that. I mean,
Well,
not
you know
unless,
what?
not unless.
Chef Babette.
I was about to say, but she promotes healthy living.
Right.
She
And
has.
she's a chef. She's a vegan chef out of New Orleans.
Okay, well,
I
what
don't know.
about Cher and Madonna?
Cher and Madonna are. Why'd your face do that?
Well,
but okay, Cher is 70.
I love Cher, but I love the way Tina Turner does it.
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner gives you a nice. She'll do you a fitted legging. A
So
real
then,
tight
what's
legging.
the difference?
Classic.
So, but
I think
Cher
it's the
still
way-
dresses like Cher a la 80s. Is that what makes it?
I
different?
love Cher. When I first met Cher, I almost lost my mind, and she was like, "Hi, darling," and I was like, "Oh my god, that is Cher! Oh my god!" In my head, I didn't get
Legend.
to it.
I mean, she's
She is
iconic.
a legend. She gave us a thong bodysuit.
Right.
You know.
Do we want to see that now?
I feel like I think that there is an energy that goes with it. If your energy is that you're still trying to promote, I might be 70, but I feel like I'm 35 and I'm a 35-year-old in my head. Or 25. And that's
so
what
it's all
you're
about
selling.
Energy. It's all about energy.
You
and
know,
what you're selling.
I mean, I'm trying to put it where, like, I feel like I've seen some people reach trying to hold on to their youth. And I feel like when you're trying to hold on to your youth, it looks like you're trying to hold on to your youth. It's like if you're, and when you're not trying to do something, we are not thinking about it. I feel like when I see a woman like a Nicole Murphy put on a fitted little black dress that's tight and it's done right with a heel.
She's not trying to be 20.
She's not trying to be.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
just being.
She's just hot.
She's just being
I agree.
hot.
I
And
agree.
so I'm not even thinking about it. So when I found out she was turning 50, I was like, she's turning 50?
Yeah, so-
Is she really turning 50 years old?
Because that same
So-
theory works for men too. When you see
Same.
men,
When I've seen men trying to hold on to
you
being
can
around the
definitely-
younger crowd
So it's the
or
same
still
thing.
trying
The
to, you
old
know.
man at the club.
Yeah,
Or
like,
dressing the
let
way
it
they
go.
used to dress, and now it's not even.
and
stylish
there's a,
anymore.
yeah, like,
And then trying to go to the club.
and
And
then,
then, going to the, and then
and
showing up
look,
at the club.
the thing is, if you're gonna go to the
Ain't
club,
no- in your
go to the
Fuji
club and
sweatsuit.
people watch and just chill because you just enjoy being at the club, and sometimes you want to break it down.
Right.
No, they going to the club to holler.
They go in the club to holler, and the thing is, it is almost an energy thing. It's like,
Sir, granddad,
or uncle,
where are you? Why are you? Not
you
at
know,
home?
you're not my cousin no more. You my uncle.
Right.
That is funny.
So, you know, I have some men like, you know, that, you know, because I've dressed a lot of men. And one of my, you know, me and Bill Bellamy have this conversation because Bill is like family right now. Like to this point, over like years, I've watched him with his kids, and, you know, Bill is 53 and looks incredible.
Yeah,
Yes.
he does. He looks
Has a
fantastic.
bomb body.
Yeah.
You know, Keenan Ivory Wayans, I've worked with Keenan,
Yes.
almost 60, if not 60 this year.
Yeah.
The
look
best
good.
Yeah, they look
skin,
good.
incredible body. He got one of the best bodies that
Yeah.
I've dressed. Like, and he's almost 60. That's
dope.
crazy to
Yeah,
me.
that is
But
dope.
again, he knows who he is.
Yeah.
He knows what suits. I
ain't
appreciate.
trying to
He
do
ain't.
nothing.
I
He
think
just
it's the
is what
trying
he
to
is.
do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Like I don't. I'll tell you what. I don't want to see Angela Bassett put on some leggings, a cat suit. That.
Right.
Like a cat
But
suit.
that's never been her. Like I don't even see
no,
young Angela in a
no.
cat
And so if she ever did that,
suit. Right.
I'm like,
Right.
now if she did it and figured out a way to do it, and it's all embellished, you know, stones or
I
pearls,
think she could do it.
she could.
But see, it's like,
She
okay,
hold
go
on,
ahead.
and then did a duster or something with
Over
it, and
yeah,
make
that's a little different.
like it's the way you do it.
Right.
You know what I
Style
mean?
it,
But see,
girl.
like
You know what I
Betsy
mean?
Johnson still dresses, and she's
But
70,
Betsy,
but that's her style.
Betsy always
always
gave
been like
you
that.
Always
fun.
gave you that.
She always gave you whimsical cartwheels, and she always
Right.
gave you a tie-dye hair.
Yeah.
So the key is to stay true to
who you
You
are.
That is, and
That's
we have
always the
talked
key.
about this.
Yeah,
this
stay
whole
true to who you
podcast
are.
For the past 45
Well, that's
minutes
being naked.
Have been to bring it all back to that one point.
Be true to who
Stay
you.
true to who you
Because
are.
I can't
I
tell
love
you
that.
you can't be fly and wear something.
Yeah.
But
it's
if
just
it's
being
not true to
who
you,
are.
J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez.
Oh wow, that's another one. Oh, because
Yes,
she
J-Lo.
is, and she's what 48,
Yes.
47, 48.
That
That one right there.
That one right there.
I'm like, girl, give me
She,
some of that.
I just like watching her.
I want that water. Or whatever she's doing. I want.
I heard Jennifer
She's
Lopez
doing
say
A-Rod.
she said,
That's what she's doing. You don't want that.
Well,
"Well, it's working."
anyway.
Well, she
Well,
did.
it was working.
She did
It's
Casper
working for
for
all
a
of
minute.
them. It's worked for
Working.
every
Yeah,
single one of them
she's
because
dope.
it's her. It's her. essence.
Well, what I love about J Lo, who's priceless. Jennifer Lopez gives you Jennifer Lopez, but
Yes.
she never ran away from Jay being
Jenny
Jenny
from
from the
the
block.
Right.
She's
love her.
a really
I
a
just do.
jeans and hoop girl with a ponytail
Yeah.
who always
Okay.
had up that body.
Yeah.
Yep.
But she never ran away from being Jenny from the block. But we
Right.
appreciate when Jenny gets dressed up.
Yeah.
She's the one who
She's
dresses
hot.
perfect for every
Everything.
occasion.
I
Yeah.
agree. She's
I agree.
always perfect.
From makeup, the hair,
Yes.
Walking
even
in the park with
even
her kids.
even
Yeah.
if she decides I'm gonna go to the Oscars and I'm gonna give you skin, she does it right.
She
Right.
does it right.
She does it
every
right.
time.
She
It
does
never
it
looks
right.
trashy.
It never looks trashy.
Yeah,
And
who
again,
else really looks good, but still J-Lo is my top. It's Halle.
Halle Berry.
looks good. That
there
body.
that
Yeah,
body.
that
What's
body.
happening?
Have you seen that yoga pose she posted on
Oh
Instagram?
my goodness.
I can't even do that. I don't do yoga. I got
She's
strength,
hot.
but I don't have that kind of inner
So
strength.
there's inspiration.
So
out
it's
there.
just, again, it's about confidence.
Yes.
I love seeing Halle at the Image Awards. She
Yes.
gave me
Oh,
all.
I love that dress.
She
That
worked.
burgundy dress.
That
Oh,
dress
that
was
dress
it was
amazing.
sheared on the side
Yep.
and gave me a
I'm a
little
Halle
bit
fan.
of a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But her waist is so itty bitty.
Yeah.
I
She's
am a
just itty
Halle
bitty.
fan.
She's
But and she's
amazing.
51.
Yeah,
You know
she
what
had
it boils
2
down
kids.
to? And she's had 2 kids.
Yeah.
J Lo's
Late.
had twins.
Yep.
And these women all have been wives.
Yeah.
They're mothers.
Yes.
They're not.
They're career
They're
women.
career women. They're
Yeah.
driven, and I'm never really disappointed at what they do
That's
because they know who they are.
Yeah.
They still remain sexy.
Yes.
If I see that Jennifer Lopez or Halle Berry wants to wear a mini dress,
Yeah,
they
it
do it
doesn't
right
bother me.
because they
Yes,
give me
they do it
easy girlfriend hair, like easy just loose hair or ponytail to make it relax, and it's believable.
I love you.
You know?
Okay, so
I
all
love
these
it.
we keep talking about all these famous women. So just for the regular woman,
For the
give
regular
some-
woman?
give some. I know we have to wrap it up.
We
Give
do.
some tips and some hints, just something for regular women out there listening to the podcast, so they can be their best self. With
I will
fashion.
say this: there's something we said in the beginning that we didn't talk about, and it was, do women dress for women or men?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like this. Most women dress for other women so
That's
they
true.
can let them
I
see
agree.
either what they have or what they got.
Mm-hmm.
I am not one who subscribed to that.
Mm-hmm.
I dress to what makes sense. I feel like when a person goes even on the red carpet or you go, they did that wrong. Sometimes they doing what they want to do. And that,
Yeah.
even though they might have
power
gotten
in
it,
that.
there's power in
Yeah.
you doing what you want to do because
right.
that's what you want to do and you don't
Yeah.
care about what someone's like. I don't like that. She shouldn't have worn that. Well, it
Yeah.
ain't about you right now.
Right.
It's really about
Right.
how they feel and what they want. And I subscribe to what I feel and what I want to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Either you like it or you don't. So I feel like dress for you. Stop dressing for your girlfriends or you got the new
Right.
ring or the new Gucci because she
Right.
got it and
Right.
y'all trying to keep up on one another.
Right.
It's nice. I love seeing a hot chick embrace and being fly. But dudes are real simple. I've met most of the guys, most of my like long-term relationship, I met them in jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Or like Jordans, a high top,
That's right.
or a onesie, one being very incognito in one of my jumpers.
Yeah.
At just out
I
on a
agree.
rainy day.
Guys don't
what
care like
guys
that.
like to
They
see
do
your beauty.
not.
There's some guys that like, for you to be high maintenance. I think they appreciate when you do it. But if they capture you in that natural beauty,
Yeah.
then that's what they really like. They like to
Yeah.
know that their girl looks like
what
that.
they
Like they're gonna
without-
look
when they wake up in the morning.
Right.
Not when she wake up, I don't know what I'm gonna get.
Right.
Right.
So I feel like dress for you. One, it's confidence.
Yes.
It's all confidence, knowing who you are,
Mm-hmm.
being comfortable where you are, being who you are where you are in that time.
Right.
Be comfortable. Whatever that, I don't mean so comfortable where you look like you didn't put no effort
Right.
into yourself.
Right.
But always be
Get
comfortable.
yourself together and just
But
be
some
comfortable.
look,
I get you.
put some time into yourself.
Yeah.
You want something, people are attracted to your energy and what you see.
That's right.
Yeah.
They don't know the realness or the pedigree of you.
Right.
Unfortunately, they're looking at the
At the
exterior,
package.
the package. And sometimes that package can be just a t-shirt dress
That's right.
and confidence and a quick little
That
pump.
is my favorite. Jeans and a t-shirt.
Yep, that's
Jeans,
my
my
favorite.
that's the
Jeans.
most of our-
Mine is a hoodie. Mine's hoodie.
But
hoodie.
even in that, you can be hot in that.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
confidence. And
Right.
then, my other tip is, it really is. I think this show is about being naked and being true to who you are.
Yes.
If you can find that, be that. If you don't have that, get some real, I pray that everybody can find some solid people,
Yeah.
friends
Yeah,
around their
friends.
life
That's
to
right.
embrace or tell them you're good enough, and
That's
that's
right.
dope. You know, but always get your staple pieces too. I always say, if you're starting all over, make sure you got a good jean, a good sports jacket, a good t-shirt, a good classic pump, that bomb cocktail dress until you get that evening dress, and just, you know, work those pieces. Add, you know, you can get one pair of jeans.
And you can
keep wearing
go.
it.
What's your site for your line? Her line.
Oh,
is,
my clothing line, which
Yes.
is called On The Go Essentials, and it's very
It's
comfortable
perfect.
on the go pieces, interchangeable pieces that you can wear throughout the day. It's otgessentials.com. OTG stands for On The Go Essentials.com, and you can find us on Instagram at OTG_essentials.
And tell them
About the
your
podcast.
podcast.
My podcast, Style Lounge. Check out Style Lounge. We have had some wonderful guests. I hope you guys can come when you're in LA.
I'll be in
We-
LA.
Yeah,
I'll be
we
there
haven't started
soon.
traveling lately yet. I probably will start traveling very soon. I feel like there's more in that. But check out Style Lounge on iTunes, YouTube, and SoundCloud. And you can catch me at Okera Banks across the board on social media.
OKER.
A Banks. Okera Banks. At Okera Banks.
it.
Thank you. Oh,
Thank you
appreciate
for having me.
I'm gonna post the picture where she styled me.
Oh my
many years
God.
ago. I'm gonna
It's
post
so
it.
good.
Thank you for being our guest. I love you.
I love you.
And thank you
This
all
This was
for
fun.
tuning
Thank you for having me.
Thank y'all for tuning in to I Look Good Naked.
I look good naked. I'll show you next time.
Yay.
I'm a boss chick, yeah, I'm a boss lady. I be calling shots, I be getting money. I'm a boss chick, yeah, I'm a boss lady. I be calling shots, I be getting money. Nothing can stop me now, I'm on top.